We live! Speculation Sunday! Where are all my speculators? Let's go! We live! Welcome to another episode of Speculation Sunday. We got Just Ask Danny in the house. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing good. Finally, I'm surviving. I was gonna say I'm surviving the heat.
I was gonna say, you surviving this heat. Welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. I know there's been a delay. Usually this is on a Sunday, but it's just the way life works. Sometimes Speculation Sunday on a Wednesday. Better late than never. We got a lot to talk about. Comments. What do you guys want to talk about? I'll try to catch as many as we can and just kind of do a Q&A to start everything off. But thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your day to hang out with us. The Five Fire community is strong. Also, Danny, do you have any videos, podcasts? Give us some updates on that stuff from your end.
Yeah, a new podcast episode came out yesterday on the normal day. So you can definitely go subscribe to that. 5571 podcast on any platform that you're looking. And then new update video coming soon on YouTube as well. I'm throwing in a little bonus OC Fair footage with that.
Oh, damn. Yeah, the OC Fair was fun because I was with Danny and my girlfriend Coco, but the prices are not fun. We'll talk about that later. But this is 5571, everybody. You can find it at Apple, Spotify, wherever you can find a podcast. All right, we got John Booze. What is up with the 3-month membership? I'm just hitting the horn like crazy. It's been a while, everybody. Like shivering. I need to hit the horn. John Booze, what is up, speculators? We got some good stuff I want to talk about that involves like where things were and where they're at, because it's actually a big deal, but we'll go over that later. I was having a conversation with my sister that really opened my eyes. Kenneth Kelly, sound the purge horn alarms. I definitely will. What's up, Vegas film critic? How's everybody doing? What's up, Brandon?
We got Mikey in the chat. Mondo says, I hear Accelerator is super close to opening. Knott is trying to open it before the end of July, but the part they needed is finally here, and they're trying to get their best to get it done.
Damn. They even wrote an article on the OC Register, too, maybe 2 weeks ago, that they are trying to get it done. I hope it gets done just in time for Halloween as well. But I think whenever it comes, people are going to be happy. The real question, what happened to Montezuma?
Right.
That's the real question, right, Danny? Where the hell... What's the update on Montezuma, dude? We have just started, Sarah. We have literally just started. Absolutely love you guys. You're amazing, Mommy, too. Heck yeah. Definitely want to hear about your OC experience. Oh, we'll tell you. We'll tell you a little bit. I don't want to really focus on it too much. Brian Seville with the super chat. Welcome the Speculation Hump Day. Fired up. I never understood why they call it Hump Day. I remember I asked a coworker one time, way back why do they call it Hump Day? She's like, because it's Wednesday. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to ask any more questions. No more special effects, I know. Yes, Mondo, the prices are just mind-boggling. I stopped going to San Diego Fair about 6 years ago because of that reason. Man, it's crazy. What's up, Peter? Wish I could watch this live. I'm a concert, right? Hey, have fun at the concert. Don't even worry about it. What concert are you at, though? Javier says, hey, Mondo Danny, I was just wondering if you knew if Vecna shirts were still available at Universal. I have to say I don't know. I haven't been.
I saw online that they are. And
okay.
It's not like they're not really like selling out. You know what I could, so they don't really say Halloween Horror Nights, like specifically. They say Stranger Things 4. So it's not like super noticeable as to why they're selling them yet. I would imagine that stuff will probably go a lot sooner when,
if it said like Halloween Horror Nights more predominantly sold out, it'd just be gone. I feel like the branding of Horror Nights is it just sells things big time. Big Rags with the super chat. I do not see a comment, but thank you for supporting the fire. It's the hump of the week. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
It means that it's right in the middle. So like there's 3 days before it and there's 3 days after it. So you've gone over majority of the weeks. Now you're home stretch to the weekend.
So are we in the hump month?
When you're 6 months out, yeah, I guess, right? Because we're six
Yeah,
months away.
we're in the hump month. Eric Lopez, how was the Haunted Mansion premiere? I don't think we've heard from you yet, Danny, with Haunted Mansion, right? Yeah, I don't think we have. Can you give us a spoiler-free, like 2-minute review, Danny, of Haunted Mansion the movie? Because we went to the premiere.
Yeah. If you like Disneyland at all, and you like Haunted Mansion, even a little bit, and you know about the Haunted Mansion and you've been on it, you'll really enjoy the movie, because it pays very good homage to the attraction itself, not only at Disneyland but also at Walt Disney World too. So you'll see both versions in some way or another, in the movie. But honestly, if you think about Disney's recent track record with movies that are beloved attractions inside Disneyland, Jungle Cruise being the most recent one, I love the movie Jungle Cruise a lot. I think I can watch it over and over again and it never gets tiring. And I really feel the same way about the Haunted Mansion movie. So I think they need to continue that train. And the director who did the Haunted Mansion movie, I hope he gets more stuff because he did a really good job. So
Yeah. My review, real quick. The Haunted Mansion movie is really well done from an aspect of connecting Haunted Mansion the ride and Disneyland to some story that they've made up and make it all make sense. That sounds weird. I don't want to give no spoilers, but to me, the biggest takeaway I had from Haunted Mansion movie, whoever was part of this project from the top to the bottom, you could tell that whatever Haunted Mansion means to everybody, it mattered. It was very important. They didn't go away from it. And the lore of Haunted Mansion was like very deeply put in the movie. And I can't wait to watch it again. And Haunted Mansion's a movie that I would probably watch like every Halloween because it's a lot of fun to watch. And I remember telling Daddy, I was like, I can't believe this is good, Daddy. These graphics are good. Wow, this story's like good. you remember me saying that? Oh, I'm trying not to cut.
yeah,
Remember me saying that, Daddy?
yeah, yeah.
It was
I
just shocking, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have seen a version of the Guillermo del Toro planned version because it probably would have been really scary.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that's also really glad that he didn't get it because um, Guillermo del Toro didn't really have necessarily, in my opinion, any reason to have any affinity or respect for the Haunted Mansion as an attraction and what it means to Disneyland fans and how important it is in the history of Disneyland specifically. He probably would have done a really great job of making it seem scary, and paying homage to the characters of the Haunted Mansion. But the director of this Haunted Mansion movie really, he was a cast member. He did work on rides, so he knows the aspect of it, and specifically the Haunted Mansion meant a lot to him as a person. So I think that gave him a perspective of just how important it is, and to not make like a dumb movie. And so it does pay homage to the history of the attraction's storyline itself, like that Walt Disney made up with the Imagineers. But it also, like Mondo said, has its own heartwarming storyline that was made
Yeah.
up, to make the movie, just like the Jungle Cruise, right? The Jungle Cruise movie with The Rock and Emily Blunt had nothing to do with the storyline of the attraction, but it pays homage to the attraction while also having its own story. So it was written well and executed well. So
Executed beautifully. I hope you guys watch Haunted Mansion the movie. It's definitely worth. That's a theater movie. Like to me, it's a very good theater movie. Miss Guerrero, what time does Dark Arts Castle Show begin every night? 8:50. Even though you won't see it on the schedule, it all starts at 8:50 and it kind of kicks off like 9:15. It changes all the time, but just 8:50. 8:50 is when it all kicks off. Do you think it would be worth going to HHN with general admission? I want to say yes, but you have to know you might do like 2 or 3 things.
yeah.
I'm just being honest. That's like, dude, this year's going to be busy. That's the best way I could. If it is worth it, if that's your budget, just do it. But you got to be aware it might be so busy that you're waiting 2-3 hours for the cool stuff. You know what I mean? We got Bubs and J-Dubs. Monday and Tuesday, you are going up the hill. Wednesday, you are on the hump. Thursday, you are going down into the weekend. Wow. I guess, man, all this lore of the week. Oh man, let me see. I thought it was called Hump Day because that was a camel named Wednesday. I have no. I need to get off all this Hump Day talk. At the Disneyland auction, the hitchhiking ghosts were sold for $320,000. I don't doubt it. Wow, what does that make Haunted Mansion worth? Like $1 billion? It'd be crazy. Let me see. Del Toro has room in the house devoted to the Haunted Mansion ride, and also used to ride it as a kid when he was down. I believe it. I feel like he's too scary though for this because this Haunted
I'm not
Mansion.
saying just to be clear for like Wing Nike and everyone else. Like, I'm not saying that he doesn't like the Haunted Mansion. I'm just saying Guillermo del Toro is an established director that has his own style and the way he makes movies. And if he made the Haunted Mansion, it would be in that style, and it wouldn't necessarily like maybe uplift the Haunted Mansion in a certain way because it would just match his style of movie. And
Yeah.
this is a director who has spent most of his life behind the scenes, and this was like his first big project as far as a movie's concerned. So he really came at it from a different perspective, and we got to hear that like when we were there. So I think that's why I was happy. It was like a blessing in disguise because I would have loved, like I said, to have seen his version of it.
Yeah.
But I think there'd be that biases there because he already is a very well established and well liked movie director that makes his own scary movies. So
Yeah. All right. Hold on. We got a couple of questions here from Dodger. Is speculation still strong with Lady Gaga coming to HHN? I feel like it's disappeared. That rumor of Lady Gaga, it has disappeared.
I feel like the rumor of Lady Gaga and Five Nights at Freddy are just gone.
Yeah, it's like there's not even a whisper. Like it might happen. It's just not there. It's just not there. Let me bring something up real quick, Danny. I want to start off with the bang, and it's actually involving Knott's Scary Farm. I am not the one who thought of this, but when I saw this, I was just like, this is genius. Whoever said this. Old Time Thrills. Shout out to Old Time Thrills on Instagram. Okay, Danny, look at this. I don't know if you saw this. This kind of went under the radar. So Knott's Berry Farm is clearing out their emporium. 50% off and to the 23rd. So that's like right around the corner. And what got speculated is this, Danny, that it could possibly be part of Scary Farm. The Emporium could be just, I guess, I don't know if it's been used as a location in the 50 last years, but that's a big location. It's indoors, so like they don't have to worry about wear and tear and stuff like that. I hope this happens. I think the count, Danny, would be 11 if this happened. So, not Scary Farm. If there was ever a year to go super hard, it would be this year. It's the 50th. I could
Dang,
imagine you have a big
how do you
budget.
even get to the maze?
I don't even know, dude. I guess you go in through the back where Waxworks entrance is. I don't know, dude. I've never. I don't know. I don't know. What does the chat think? I want the chat. If anybody has a whisper, is this even a possibility or is this crazy talk? But I just wanted to say that. I couldn't even tell you what was a go there because Knott's
Yeah.
Scary Farm has a whole lot of nothing whisper wise. You know what I mean?
Our Knott's Adventure says whatever it's going to be, the rumor is it's supposed to open at the end of August.
What? Let me just throw this out there. Do you think it could become like a 50th exhibit? You know, like a 50th Scary Farm exhibit, like kind of a what's that store, tribute store that they do in Orlando? Maybe
Yeah,
Emporium becomes the 50th tribute store.
or maybe the Emporium store is the Bizarre Bazaar, and they want it to be outside the park so that people can buy stuff because they don't have to be in the event.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I think I could see that more than it becoming a Scary Farm maze. But we could only hope. We could only hope. I think they may bring back the Horse Trail Maze since there's a new scare zone there too. I don't even know what that means, man. Scary Farm's been so secretive. Wing Nike. Any speculation that Disney will announce or drop something interesting during the weekend of Midsummer Scream? Tiana's Palace. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah,
Maybe they drop like more cruise stuff because they've been just dropping cruise news for some reason. Maybe they go more over the Moana experience in Epcot. I don't know. I don't think anything really relating to Disneyland other than Tiana's. That's kind of it.
yeah. I'm still of the mind that that Tiana's Palace restaurant will like either soft open or debut for like a little mini media event at next week, which is the end of the month, or at the first week of August. Because I feel like it's there. I feel like it's ready.
Yeah.
So I feel like either next week or the week after next, we'll see some sort of event where you see a lot of social media people posting about Tiana's Palace restaurant. So I feel like Mondo's probably right in the sense that maybe like maybe Monday or Tuesday next week we get like the foodie guide.
Why not? At least they don't even have to say a date or nothing. Just put the foodie guide out. I want to talk about some interesting news. This speculation Sunday, we're gonna be all over the place. No schedule. Look at this, Danny. This was today. Mickey Mouse made his way out to, I guess, the middle area.
Well, that's another thing. Another thing too.
What is this? I don't recall that ground area, right? Or am I tripping?
No, that's all brand new. That's the walls used to be. It's funny that you show this because when I was there over the weekend, they still had the temporary walls in place that made the pathway really small, that are almost like touching the Star Wars trading post. And I could, and you know, those are just like those plain green walls that you can like see through because when you're walking past them. And I saw all this, and even the colored walls were already set up behind it. So they were just ready to take it down. But that new planter that's there where the tree is at, that's all brand new. New seating. I've never seen that, planter. But more importantly, Mondo, I don't know if you can see it out of here. That planter is that's a huge departure from the theme of Downtown Disney. Remember, Downtown Disney is themed like a big vine with leaves, and all the planters in Downtown Disney were leaves. And this planter is a step away from that that theming. It's like a modern retro fitting the artwork that we saw for Downtown Disney. So does this mean that the Downtown Disney monorail station changes its theme too? So it's no longer a giant leaf that's folded over, because that's what it is right now. So maybe they're just trying to lose that plant theme from the early 2000s.
This is the first step of the new direction.
Yeah, that ground is all new too, though. They got like striped gray ground.
It's
Which
so
makes sense now
random.
because I don't know if you remember, Mondo, when they were doing some of the groundwork in front of the monorail station. When they took it out, you and I were both like, "God, this is so like plain compared to like the detail and artwork that they'd had in the rest of Downtown Disney." Because again, they have vines growing in the ground if you look at it from above in
Yeah.
Downtown Disney. So it was like a weird contrast, but now it blends in with that, so it makes sense.
We got a super chat. Brian dropping the fire. Just want to say I'm a new subscriber. Thank you for joining the Five Fire community, my friend. I'm also jealous you guys have Nintendo World. I have to wait till Epic open, but you're getting Epic, man.
They're
we
getting a multi-story Super Nintendo World with an attached Donkey Kong Land.
Yeah. So, hey, Brian, we jealous of you. But thank you, Brian. I appreciate you joining the Five Fire community, and thank you for supporting the fire, my friend. Danny, let's talk about what is going on with this. What is this? The new stage. I guess the entertainment is going to get moved there,
Yeah, it
which
is.
is really weird because it's the other stage is kind of to the right of that, right in front of that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the current stage we got is going to be demolished very soon,
Yeah,
right?
I would
I
imagine.
would only assume.
It's always been a temporary stage. And this looks exactly like the artwork, but more importantly, Mondo, if you pull up that artwork, this gives us this is actually a really great. When I saw this structure on Saturday, and I didn't get a chance to film any of the Downtown Disney stuff because it was like really packed there because they still hadn't opened this area up. So I'll cover that next weekend when I get a chance to go. But the nice part about having that structure there, once you pull up that artwork, is
Yeah, I got it.
you have a like a navigation point. Like you can be like, oh, okay, now I know like what's where. You know what I mean? Like now I
It's
know okay,
giving
how
us
far away the
the.
shops are.
It's giving us like the things are going to now move this way per
Yeah,
se.
because but the only thing is, Mondo, is are we looking at the structure on the left or the right? That's what we don't know.
Whew, I don't know, Danny. It's
I'm
crazy.
guessing we're looking at I'm guessing we're looking at the one on the
Like we're looking at it from left to right, is what I think.
I think we're looking at the one on the left side because if you look at the way the monorail's pulling in, the monorail's pulling into the station, right? So that would be like Lego store on the left hand side. So that would make sense that it's this one and not the other one because we wouldn't be walking that we wouldn't be walking anywhere near where the other one is, which would be way further down into the construction zone. That's how I
Yeah.
think.
So the question I ask now, what the hell are these stores, dude? What are these buildings? Why is there a wall right here too? Right here on the middle left?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, so weird. And they keep claiming that it's not going to be Portos, it's not going to be Din Tai Fung. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, what's up, Alex? We just went over it. We just went over it. Thank you. Appreciate you sharing that on Instagram. Credit to Old Time Thrills. Um, it's gonna get very interesting, Danny. All this is coming to life very soon. Um, it's just I don't know, dude. When I look at this, you want the honest truth? When I look at this, I don't think Downtown Disney, dude, at all. Because nothing is like this other than Jazz Kitchen, right? Jazz Kitchen's the only one that's gone into this new odd look.
Yeah, because I don't know if you can pull up Mondo Google Maps,
Yeah.
and then just type in downtown Disney.
Let's see. Downtown Disney. And then aerial view. Close it. All right. I'm like right above it, I think. Okay, let me close this.
Yeah, so if we move it, yeah, there you go. So this is where it was, right? But if you look at the downtown Disney monorail station, um, you can see that it has that leaf theme to it. It's like a leaf that's folded over, and you can see on the right side all the like little patterns there anymore. So, um, does that theme fit the retro, um, what do you call it, mid-century modern look that they're going for on this part of downtown Disney, and what Jazz Kitchen has, or do they have to change the theme of that to something else? That's what I was
Yeah,
wondering. And then you can see in downtown Disney too, how every planter is shaped like a leaf, and looks like a vine. Um, as you go up, and like the fountain is shaped like a leaf. All the planters, and then you get to the middle, like the end of it. Um, the
over
other
here.
side, right there, there's a flower there in the garden, which is the fountain, and then the vines kind of come out. So I don't know. It's like they have both parts of the theme right now, and it's like a mix mash of like what it used to be.
Yeah, I
So
can
I don't
see
know.
all. I can see all the vines. All that's gone. All the groundwork.
Hmm.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. No AMC, no Earl of Sandwich. Let me keep going to the Instagram story. These are pictures from Brian. Take a look at this, Danny. Why we got what refurbishment is this?
That's what I was saying. Maybe they're taking the roof down and changing the shape of it.
So they're completely going away from like what this is, because those are leaves, right there.
Yeah, those are leaves.
Damn, look at that. There's some big changes going on. Everything but Tomorrowland getting worked on at Disney.
Uh-huh.
And then Danny, look at this. Look at this, Danny. This is the alley making
Uh-oh.
its debut. The alley it's gonna be the new hotspot to hang out at downtown Disney. Um
Hmm.
I guess it's just a place to like lounge. Do you have to dine at Splitsville, or I don't know what the hell this is. You got any info on this alley?
The alley is an extension to Splitsville. They have an outdoor bar right there on the other side of that fence. So I have a feeling this is more for the fact that in just a few short, and this is all speculation, obviously. This just a little disclaimer: we don't have any confirmation of any of this, but
Speculation
um,
Sunday.
I have just to the left of this, where we can't see right on the screen right here, is Tortilla Joe's, right, and we've all been told, multiple other creators have posted the same thing, that Tortilla Joe's is closing this summer. So there's about to be and if this is the speculated location of Din Tai Fung, the building that we've seen pictures of for Din Tai Fung doesn't match the shape of what Tortilla Joe's is, right? So there would be some pretty big construction that needed to be taking place, including some deconstruction of this building, to build a brand new one that looks like what Din Tai Fung wants to use. And it's not as big as that either. And we all have to not forget either that part of downtown Disney is actually on the second floor, because the Grand Californian's like, loading dock and all the stuff for downtown Disney is underneath you on that part. So I don't know what kind of complexities that brings to the construction, being that's not on the ground. You know what I mean? Like what kind
Yeah.
of heavy equipment can be in there when they're deconstructing a building like that. But I think, Mondo, long story short, that alley's there because there's going to be some big old fat construction walls around the Tortilla Joe's location as they tear it down and start building Din Tai Fung. And it might look like Splitsville's closed to the person that's just walking by. So the alley gives them like a really great opportunity to use that space, because it's going to probably be right up against the construction wall, and also will attract people to kind of come in because it'll look lively and not give the illusion like that space is like off limits or closed because of the walls. You know what I mean? People see walls, and a lot of times they don't want to go near it. So
Yeah, because like I would assume it's closed. Like
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. When I saw all the scaffolding and walls on Soren, my assumption was, well, that's closed. And today, Soren was open. I was like, what the hell? I had no idea. I just assumed it was closed.
Yeah.
But that, yeah, I could see that, Danny. This being like, hey, look, it's open. Walk this way. There's things going on because
Yeah.
where this alley is, as weird as it sounds, this is a forgotten area of downtown Disney that nobody walks over to. Nobody does
Hmm.
anything right here. So Disney is, instead of having a dead zone, they're trying to do something.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like that's true, Mondo, because ever since Tortilla Joe's really spilled out into the walkway during COVID, because obviously you couldn't dine indoors, um, they they took up a space they were never meant to. Right, their patio grew beyond what their
yeah,
patio was. I mean, the patio for Tortilla Joe's now touches the fountain. Like it's literally up against the fountain, and before it wasn't even anywhere near the fountain. The fountain was its own design piece, like away from the restaurants, right in the middle of that space right there. And
now
now
it's
it's
out.
literally, yeah, now it's like you can literally sit next to the fountain. So like it really, Tortilla Joe's, like their footprint really blocks, like I feel like a lot of like what people would think is access to like Splitsville. And let's be honest, like Splitsville is not really like that hopping of a location either in downtown Disney. So this will only just help with that, you know?
You know, it's kind of crazy to think about because, in all reality, when's the last time you heard anybody say, I just got done bowling. I had the greatest time at Splitsville? Never. Never. I don't know who goes bowling at Splitsville. I almost feel
Mhm.
like it's like friend givings that they do or corporate parties that go there. I don't really feel families go to Splitsville for bowling. I don't really hear anybody go to Splitsville, to be honest. And I'm not trying to hate on it. It's just from my group, the social medias that I follow, Insta, Twitter, YouTube, nobody goes to Splitsville. Maybe it's more of a hotel kind of thing, you know? But yeah, I've always enjoyed Splitsville for what I've gone or the times I've
Mhm.
gone, but it's not somewhere I would like to dine. At least for me personally.
What's funny, Mondo, is Splitsville's number one fan is Jared.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wonder what his
and also,
go-to is.
yeah, I didn't. He's always singing its praises, how good it is. What he told me that I didn't know was a restaurant that I really enjoyed actually at Walt Disney World's Disney Springs. It's called Chef Art Smith's Homecoming, and they have like an amazing breakfast brunch. So good. Chef Art Smith is used to be Oprah's private chef, and so he made his own restaurant. It's like a very popular restaurant at Disney Springs, but it's owned by the same people that made Splitsville. So I was
Mm,
like, oh, okay, makes
okay,
sense. They're both really expensive.
let's move on to Splash Mountain. This is today. Ya se acabó. The peak of Splash,
Oh, it's gone, like we said.
it's gone. Goodbye. Splash Mountain.
That is literally crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's like been in the.
What do we got again? A salt mine? We don't have a mountain.
We have a salt dome.
A salt dome. Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's it, dude. The Splash Mountain ceased to exist just like that. It's gone.
Dang.
I think they're really gonna start accelerating the work now. That the peak's gone. They're gonna push. They're gonna push hard. Uh, they don't have that much time in reality, so they got to get going. But that's it. Ya se acabó.
Yeah.
Um,
I got a Venmo super chat I wanted to shout out. Luz said, would you guys post a video about the Disneyland outlets at the Citadel? I know Mondo posted about it on his IG. Also, would you post a Disneyland episode about Disneyland history, like the first episode that you did on your podcast. Thank you to Mondo and you for all the updates.
Thank you, Liz XO. I definitely do not want to do a video of the outlets. I have to be honest. I went to the outlets yesterday. I went yesterday. The outlets, Danny, was... I'm not exaggerating, dude. The outlets was literally whatever you get discount as a pass holder, you were paying that price. So say something that is 10, but I'm a pass holder, I get it for 8. At the Citadel outlets, it was just $8. When I went, I was like, there's like nothing discounted here. You know what was discounted? 50%. National Geographic, all that merch that nobody bought, nobody cared, that was like $200. Even at 50%, $100 for like an ugly sweater. I could imagine it's probably made out of really good material, but it's not Disney. It's nothing Disney. But yeah, the Citadel outlet, they had a lot of stuff, but in our reality, me and my sister walked out of there, didn't even buy one thing, Danny. Huh. So, what I talk about Citadel outlets, since that's like a topic right now, it really makes me miss Disney stores. I am still shocked that Disney got in a position to end Disney stores all over the United States. Like, what the hell? And that their goal was to send it to Target, obviously for cost saving purposes, and they just, I guess, wanted less overhead, employee, and all that. But to me, Target really hasn't had a profound magical experience, a profound, like, I'm going to the Disney store today. I don't feel that ever when it comes down to Target. And even though I know Target sells Disney, Target is never even in my top 10 options of where I want to go buy Disney merch at all. So I just want to say I am very saddened, and that's all I kept thinking when I went to the Citadel outlet store was, I wish we still had Disney stores. And to me, Disney stores had better deals and discounts than the Citadel outlet. They had really good deals all the time. It was crazy. And they had merch that like topped box lunch. It almost seemed like whatever box lunch had, Disney stores had. And we don't get that no more unless you go to box.
I think that the cool part about Disney stores was that where, you know, the parks didn't always have really cool merch for like the newest movie that was out. You could always go to Disney store and get something really cool for the latest Disney or Pixar movie that was out. And it was like unique stuff that like every time I would get something or like wear a t-shirt from there, people would be like, oh my God, where'd you get that? I'd be like, oh, Disney store. You know what I mean? But so I just feel like they kind of lost their way a little bit, you know, and getting rid of Disney store. And maybe it's something they'll in the
reconsider
future.
Reconsider
Yeah,
it,
I
Disney.
mean, who knows? Now they're talking about like, you know, Disney being purchased. So maybe whoever owns them in the future will bring back Disney Store. But I think I always think back of how like when Steve Jobs from Apple was still alive. You know, back in the day, Disney or had its own Disney stores, right? When we were kids, Mondo, and then they sold or licensed the Disney store chains out to a company called Children's Place, and they had a bunch of other stores. But they were operating Disney stores, and then they were just paying a licensing fee. And Steve Jobs, when he started working closely with Disney after they started making Toy Story and all that stuff, and then his advice to Disney as a company and Bob Iger was, you need to bring back Disney stores under the Disney umbrella, because what you did licensing out was wrong. And that was one of the first things they did, was they took his advice and brought back the Disney stores and then reimagined them all into like those new versions. And then Bob Chapek came along and just got rid of all of it. And so it was weird.
Weird, dude. Just weird, man. Like, what was a dominant? Not a dominant. What was a Disney store that like really stuck in your head? Like, what location?
I always went to the one at South Coast Plaza because that one was the one I remember from when I was a kid. Because
Yeah.
we would go to that mall a lot as a kid. So that one for me, that one was sad when they closed that one, because it literally had been there like my entire life. So
Damn, dude. Well, they even had the characters out there. Look at that. They had like Aurora's castle, or who is that? Cinderella. Man, there was like a really cool Disney store. I can't remember where it was, where it had all these like old statues, or like just from like the '90s, like character statues. Even World of Disney had that same feel. Remember that, Danny? We had like Dumbo above our head, and I think it was
Mhm.
like Genie and Aladdin and Jasmine. Now we got a bus storage facility, World of Disney, and I'm not even exaggerating. You would think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. Uh, 8 months of membership. My Alyssa, what is up, my Alyssa? Hi, I think I've been downtown Disney fatigue since the parks reopened. The Baymax macaron is calling me. Surprised the San Francisco food is out now. That is correct. The food is out now. I actually filmed a video today. I'll post it tomorrow in the morning. There's no rush. I'll post it tomorrow in the morning. But I could tell you, I actually screenshotted this. The Baymax macaron is where is it? It is here we go. It's a chocolate hazelnut spread and buttercream, and I give it 5 fires. I give it 5 fires. It was shocking that it was good. I didn't expect it to be good, but it was good. So, Melissa, get it. Get that Baymax macaron. I think it's the best macaron on Disney property right now. Some people be like, nope, the raspberry one is. I never liked the raspberry macaron. Did you like the raspberry macaron?
I've never tried it. I can't lie with that one. So
Okay, okay.
I can't speak on it. I personally think the best macaroon that they've ever had is the Snickers one from Food and Wine. So
Woo! I gotta bring it up. I just want to see a picture of it, Danny. Food and Wine macaron. Dude, damn. Dominance. This thing is just dominant. Look at that. That is a macaron. Did it come back this year? I don't even remember anymore.
It did. Yeah, it debuted 2 years ago, and then they brought it back again this year, and it was just as popular this year too.
Yeah, I think I remember my sister wanted one, sold out. They're like, yeah, it's gone. We don't have no more for the rest of the day. Montclair was the last old school. Let me look it up. Disney Store Montclair. Yeah. I think this is the one, Danny. This is the one. Let me go to this post. Oh man, it's Attractions 360. That's crazy. Shout out to Attractions 360. This was in Montclair. It opened in 1987. Oh, the memories. Dude, the old school. Look at that. Look at that. You don't even got to go to the parks to get that Disney magic. What? Look at this scene. I don't even know how they put all that together, but it works. Yeah, this is the one that I was thinking of. I don't even know what's happening right there. Mickey's just getting out of a ship. Oh man, I think they posted more. Look at that, dude. That was. This is what I was thinking when I like think of Disney store. A lot of that stuff, statues and just Disney nostalgia. And now you get Target. You get a whole lot of just. It's very bland. I don't know how else to say it. All right, I want to get into this topic real quick, Danny, because I know you can relate, and I want you to. This is some crazy speculation. All right. So I was talking to my sister, and we parked at Toy Story parking lot. So what you're looking at, you're probably like, what is this? This is Toy Story parking lot. Over there on Harbor, this is Toy Story parking lot. This is a big ass parking lot, all right? All right? For many people, this has been a parking lot for guests. But for a long time, this was called K Lot. This big ass parking lot used to be for employees. This whole thing, everything, it was full. I parked at this when I worked at Disneyland. This is employee parking lot, all right? Every day, this thing was full. They still had Pumbaa. They had what was the other side that they parked on, Danny?
Uh, they parked in the ball lot, which is
Yeah,
attached to
ball
the
lot.
structure, and the Pumbaa lot, which both of those still exist.
And now some people park uh, at Pixar. I think they park on Pixar Pal's parking structure.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say, and I haven't even talked to Danny, so this is like hitting Danny out of nowhere. I don't know how else to say it. What happened to all these employees? And what I mean by that, Disneyland figured out a way to have this much less employees and go on with business. It really like mind boggled me to think, because we've been talking about how like rides break down and maintenance and cleanliness, whatever the case might be. When you think about it, think about this lot, this many less workers. It's pretty insane, Danny. What is your thoughts? Like, I hit you with that comment. What is your thoughts?
Um, it's I don't know if it's a lot less workers. So if we look at the parking lot, where the tree line is, um, the tree line that kind of splits it down the middle. Everything above the tree line, that was K lot. We didn't park anywhere else other than that. I used to park there too. But we parked everywhere there, and it would be full a lot of times. In fact, that little ramp right there that goes through the tree lot right there, that little parking lot used to be called Pongo, which was a character from the 101 Dalmatians. And when it was really full, the cast members would park in Pongo. But
That's where I
for the
remember
most
parking.
part, yeah, for the most part, we didn't really park on the other side of the tree line because Disney shared that with the city of Anaheim, and the convention center used that all the time. Because if you remember, the convention center now has that like 100,000 square foot addition that has parking in it too. So they don't need that. They don't need this space anymore. But before they had that, before 2019 or whatever, they needed this parking lot a lot because they didn't have parking really at all. So they were using this all the time. And it was shared with Disney. I don't know the exact agreement on like
Yeah.
how they share this. They still share it, like even on days like when they had VidCon, and when they have like D23, and when they have like the NAM festival or the NAM show.
Yeah.
They still use this parking lot. So what I want to know is that what I think
This
more
is like
important
something
question.
nobody talks about, so that's why I wanted to bring it up
What
today.
I want to know is which I think is more important to ask, is that they've basically taken away the second levels on both parking structures, which for all intents and purposes are the first level, because you don't park on the first level of either one really. Except it means you do in Mickey and Friends somewhat, but only for like people that are charging their cars or like oversized vehicles. Um, but in both parking structures, the floor two, which is Daisy, I think,
Yeah, Dave.
and then Coco over in the Pixar side, the cast members park there exclusively, almost. So that the both sides taken for the cast members, and then the ball lot, which is attached to the back of it, is still cast member. And then they built a brand new parking lot, Mondo, to accommodate the fact that this is gone, off of Ball. So on the corner of Ball and Cattell, no, the corner of Ball and Harbor, where that four corners or whatever the heck that hotel's
There's
called.
a new parking lot over there? What the hell?
Yeah, if you move this map over, you'll see it. So if you move that map over to where that's at, um, I don't even know where the heck.
Right
Right
here.
there. No, the other way, other side, other part of the intersection. Up, right there.
What?
So
This?
this used to be an RV park, like where people could park their RVs if they were going to Disneyland or whatever. And
This
now
is
this is
new to me, dude. I had no idea. That's why I was
yeah. So
asking.
they built this. They built this not that long ago. So that's why you always see employee parking over here. Like the buses go back and forth because they go through here. So a lot of cast members who work at Disneyland, they park here. So because now there's like customers park all over the place. They park on the second floor of all the structures, but then some of the hotel ones park in like the parking structure for the Pixar Pier or Pixar Place Hotel, but then they also park in front of downtown Disney where it used to be. That's like all employee parking there. So they're parking all over the place. So the
All right.
question is
I take it
when
back then.
Disneyland Forward comes, where are they going to park?
I take it back because my whole question was, where did all those employees go that don't park there no more? You get what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
guess they go here. I didn't even know that existed.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Madam. I mean, you wouldn't know because it didn't exist. Because when we were cast members, that wasn't a thing.
That I didn't even know that was. Yeah, that's brand new to me, dude. Well, never mind. There's the employees. This was just a conversation I was having with my sister yesterday on the way home from Universal. Mademoiselle Papel dropping 5. Hi, Mondo, Danny. I've been impatiently waiting for Speculation Sunday on a Wednesday. You both are awesome. 5 fires. Thank you, Mademoiselle Papel. I always love saying your name, Mademoiselle Papel. I love it. But thank you for supporting the fire. I know I'm sorry. We took so long. Well, yeah. I guess this is where the employees went. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, there's definitely some employees that we don't have now, right? Like, the hotels. Mondo and I were talking about this. They're definitely to answer your question. They're definitely operating with less cast members in some aspects of the resort. So, like the hotels, right? It wasn't until recently that the hotels even got room service, right? That's a crazy thing because the Grand Californian is a 4-diamond hotel, a AAA 4-diamond hotel, and if you read the AAA 4-diamond rules, right? They if a hotel is to qualify for a 4-diamond award status or whatever, they have to have 24-hour room service. Well, if you've been to the Disney hotels post-pandemic, they didn't even have room service. And it wasn't until recently that the Grand got it back, and it's not 24 hours. So, I don't know how that hotel is keeping its AAA status. Maybe they're getting some sort of exception because of the pandemic and like a little bit of an extension to that rule. But that's a whole bunch of cast members that aren't working at that hotel anymore and the Disneyland hotel because they had room service too. And the Paradise Pier Hotel doesn't even have room service at all. And they used to have it. So that's less people. We don't have Steakhouse 55 open. That's a whole restaurant full of people. There's a lot. And then we didn't even talk about DVC, right? How many times did you see DVC people all over the parks at the little DVC stands?
I don't see them anymore.
We don't see that anymore. So there's definitely a lot less. They're dealing with a lot less since the pandemic, but I don't necessarily know that the total went down, but
yeah, we don't have numbers like
things.
Yeah, we don't have numbers to like be like they have 1,000. Like I don't know, but I was just talking from like parking lot perspectives. I didn't even know H lot was a thing. That's crazy. That's great. I feel like since
I'm glad I never had to park there.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Danny. I worked at Disneyland, and it's literally an S show to go from wherever you parked to actually scan in and hope you're not late. I feel like H lot is hella far. H
I
lot seems
hated
like a
parking at K
hassle.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
K lot. When you parked at K lot as a Disneyland cast member, you needed 45 minutes.
more. I feel like sometimes
You
I
needed 45-minute window from the time you parked, but by the time you clocked in. And I
yeah.
hated that because it's like I'm not getting paid for this.
The nice part was when I transferred to work at the hotels.
Oh, look at this
Um,
one too. And all the food services cashiers replaced by mobile ordering.
Bam, that's another one. That's less cast members.
I feel like
Less
mobile
cast members.
ordering, without a doubt, eliminated hundreds of jobs throughout Disneyland Resort. Um,
Yeah.
the one, and I don't know who it was. Probably doesn't even remember me, but I want to give a shout out to a cast member that was working at Cozy Cone. It was the one where you could get the weird street chips. That's what Disney calls them, where it's like chamoy and I don't even know what the hell it was, but it was a cast member, one person, and she was taking everyone's orders, and she was doing mobile order, and obviously things took a while, but I told her, I was like, thank you for like doing what you're doing today. I could just imagine the stress of this, and like you're one person. I don't know how the hell they expect you to take everyone's orders in person and the mobile order. Like that's just ridiculous. But shout out to that cast member for freaking MVP in it that day, because uh, she could easily be like, I'm over this stuff. This is stupid. I'm done. Because, dude, mobile order is a monster in itself. You have a whole theme park that could just order from your location. It's not a line. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And one thing, too, that I noticed that Disneyland does when they're not staffed fully, or to a certain extent, they turn off mobile order. I've seen that all the time. And it happens on Saturdays because they don't have enough staff. Simple as that. They turn off mobile order. So shout out to the
Fair
cast
enough.
members, man. Um, there was another thing I wanted to talk about before we move on. Where is it? Where is it?
There was
Oh, right here, Danny. We got to bring it up. Uh, Not much to talk about, but Disneyland's birthday was this week.
oh
And
yeah.
this is a picture that I took from, like, I think it's the 65th or something. It did not look this cool this year.
It
But
looks
I just want
cooler.
this looked cooler. This one
No,
looked cooler.
you didn't see what they had this year.
Yeah, I know. I saw, dude.
They had they had a they had the Disney 100 float, the little cavalcade float. They had a birthday cake float in addition to that, and they had all the characters there. Plus, they did what we wanted them to do since the parks reopened. They played Walt Disney's entire speech over the radio with the Disneyland band.
This is from Food at
So,
Disneyland. Did they
yeah,
not do
I
that
think
last year? I thought they do that
no,
every year.
no, no, they didn't do it. They
What?
haven't done it for a while. And I was like, it makes sense that they did it this year because it's Disney 100, right? And it's about the history of the company and the opening of Disneyland is an iconic moment, right? So it made sense that they highlighted it this year. But it's I was bummed that we didn't get that last year. But yeah, they played the full speech over the intercom this year, and I was like, man, I'm bummed I didn't see that because we
Yeah.
wanted that last year when we and the funny thing was is this year they made it like a big deal. They had a float, they had a big birthday cake, they had the speech and everything, and they advertised in advance what it was going to happen. And when we all went last year, we just had to like wait around and hope and pray that it was going to happen. And the cast members wouldn't tell you, and like there was no cavalcade or anything. So we were all kind of just like waiting like around the train station, and then it happened like a little moment. And I think last year they didn't even have like they didn't even have the cars or anything. The characters were just walking with balloons, and then they like did a little moment in front of the train station. So
That's crazy. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I thought it was still underwhelming, Danny.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean it's definitely not like a huge celebration, but it's better than last year.
Well, you know what? I'm going to bring it up again. I don't think. Yeah, Danny, let me bring this up. Let me bring this up. Hold on, Danny. Let me bring this up. Probably going to get hit with copyright, but whatever. Look at this. Look at this. I feel like I'm a little tainted now after watching the Pride Night cavalcade. Why couldn't they go that hard for Disneyland's birthday?
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was a
saying.
great that was a great cavalcade. That was a great
look,
cavalcade.
look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I gotta go kind of far back. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Where is it? Come on, load. I'm just saying. I wanted this energy, Danny. This is the energy I wanted, bro.
Hey, yeah, that's what I want. I want that song.
Why isn't this coming back? Why did Disneyland create this awesomeness and then just took it away? I don't get it. They should have played this song for the Disneyland birthday, do the waltz speech, and then hit like a Mickey's Mix Magic song or whatever. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. Like just like a energy. I want fun. I want to dance. I just want to be happy that it's Disneyland's birthday. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. Look how awesome this is. And we get the Super Bowl float, bro. This cavalcade had it all. It had it all. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. And I feel like I'm tainted now after Pride Night and how hard they went for their cavalcade. Jacob dropping a super chat. Hi Danny, hi Mondo. Which Disney ride is the best to rope drop? Indy, Rise, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or another ride? Also, are Fridays busy? I go in 2 days. Fire punch. I'll let Danny go first.
I don't feel like that many days are busy right now. So I think you're in the clear. They're kind of like not that busy. I would say Jacob Gile to rope drop Indy because Indy there isn't a day that goes by that Indy doesn't break down. It's just part of the it's just part of life with Indiana Jones.
You know what I call it? You know what I call it now, Danny? The Disneyland experience. You get the full Disneyland experience. You get a broken ride on you.
Yeah, so I would say get on Indy first because you don't know the situation for Indy later in the day. Like, is it going to be open? Is it going to be broken? I don't know. So get on Indy, get it done so that you don't have to worry about it breaking throughout the day and messing up your time slots and stuff. So I'd rope drop Indy.
Indy's pretty good. It's kind of hard to argue because the whole concept of it being broken down. Damn, does anything beat Indy? You know what? I'm gonna go with Indy as well, Danny, because the concept of like it breaking down and you trying to guesstimate when it's working. Do you really want to pour that much time into a ride that breaks down that much? Because it sucks to wait in line for 40 minutes, 1 hour, and then they're like, hey, you got to exit the queue. The ride's broken. Goodbye. No fast pass for you either, sucker.
Yeah.
So I say Indy. And right after Indy, though, go to Rise of the Resistance at that point. I would not rope drop Mickey and Minnie's, especially if you stay till fireworks. Mickey and Minnie's is walk on. You do not even buy an individual lightning lane for that. But I would rope drop Indy and then go straight to Rise of the Resistance. You probably won't even wait more than an hour, if I had to say. Stellar Bay. Proud to say I've had the ultimate Disneyland experience a couple times. Like just rides breaking down. What were you gonna say, Daddy?
I'll say I had a couple friends that went to Disneyland recently for the first time in a while, and they did Toontown and they did all the stuff in there like Mickey and Minnie's, and they were like majorly hyped on the pizza flopovers, and I'm just like, what am I missing with that? Because honestly, like
that was too greasy. It's too greasy, Danny.
They were like so hyped on them. They were like, "This is the best pizza at Disneyland." I'm like, "What?
Nah, no way." No way,
Flopovers?
dude. I still have to post a reel or a short of you know what I had? You wouldn't believe it, Danny. I actually enjoyed a pizza from Alien Pizza Planet, and it's not even on the freaking
Oh,
menu. That's the craziest part.
Don't tell Peter that.
Well, hey, Peter should try this. If Peter's in the chat, you'd be shocked, dude. Trust me. If anybody tells it how it is me. Yeah, I don't even care if I take criticism from it. It was an enchilada pizza. What the hell? Enchilada pizza at Pizza Port? Like, in what lore or craziness is an Alien Pizza Planet selling an enchilada pizza? But whatever, they sold it, and it was delicious. It was a spicy enchilada pizza. Like, literally, I can't describe it other than it's an enchilada pizza. And my only thought that I want to resonate: why the hell isn't Rancho de Zocalo as good as that freaking enchilada pizza at Alien Pizza Planet? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Because over there at Rancho de Zocalo, sometimes you get stuff that's bland, not spicy, nothing to it. That Alien Pizza Planet enchilada pizza was spicy and it was good. It had a good kick, dude. It was shocking. Shocking.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can. I'll trust you on it. I'll look at your video, but I just can't. I just can't. I can't give them a shot. I can't give them.
Oh,
A shot.
I don't have my other cell phone, so I can't post it right now. Disney with Denise dropping a super chat. Danny, what are the cons to DVC? Interest rates. I remember you mentioned it a few weeks ago. Something about points ladder, if I'm not mistaken. Hashtag the bougie block. And real quick, too, Peter said the flop over is great. You guys are wrong. And Ketra, Pizza Planet sucks ass. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have to give the flop over another shot. Like, to be fair, I only tried it on opening day.
We gave it 3 fires, and it was opening day. It was opening day.
Yeah. So I need to try it again. And I was also there when Peter and Kitra tried it for the first time too. So I don't know. I'll have to try it. Maybe I need to try it again and try to get eat it a little bit more fresh, and then maybe I'll like it. Definitely can't eat a whole one, so I'll have to split it with someone. Yeah. But as far as the cons of DVC, I don't remember. I remember I talked about it, but I don't the cons. I guess would be.
I guess just from a general aspect, just like a general aspect, DVC. I guess he wants the cons. He doesn't want the pros. He wants the cons.
The cons are maybe so you buy into a home resort, right? And you have 7 months priority to book at any other resort that's not your home resort, and you have 11 months priority to book at your home resort. So you can book really far out with your home resort, which usually means you can get the room that you want at your home resort pretty easily. But on the 7 month out ones, that's any other resort that's not your home resort, it's harder to do. So, and if you're, just a person that only needs a smaller room, like a studio or a deluxe studio or a 1-bedroom, those are the rooms that book up first, right? Because not everyone needs or can afford a 2-bedroom villa or a 3-bedroom grand villa. So a lot of times, for when we first bought into Disney Vacation Club, my home resort, or our family's home resort, is the Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary Resort. When that first opened, everyone wanted to stay there because it's right next to the Magic Kingdom in Florida. So it had really great proximity. And I knew a ton of people at the time that had DVC for other resorts, and they always wanted to stay at Bay Lake Tower, but could never, because as soon as the 11-month window would pass, it would all book up. And there'd be nothing left unless you were trying to book a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom. And like I said, not everyone can afford that or wants that much room. That's not the case anymore at Bay Lake Tower because it's older now, right? So that's not as popular as some of the other ones. But this is still the case right now at California Adventure. If you're trying to book villas at the Grand Californian Hotel, it's almost impossible to do unless you're a home resort there. It's literally virtually impossible to do because they only have less than 70 villas. and the people that bought into it, they want to come to California regularly for that reason.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard to do. It's available sometimes. Like my parents have done it before, and they're not home resorts there, but it's been really hard to do. And you kind of have to travel like when you maybe don't want to in order to do it. So I'd say that's the biggest. If you had to pick a negative, that could be a negative, but I think the benefits outweigh the negative if it's something that you can afford for sure. And I mean, I think Peter put it the best. He said, if you plan on visiting on their live stream, he was saying if you plan on visiting Disney every year at least once or every other year at least once, it definitely makes sense. But if you don't go to Disney that often, then it doesn't really make sense.
And points expire. So you do not travel, they will expire on you.
Yeah, you can carry them over to like other years, but like Mondo was saying, they reach a expiration date eventually. So you gotta it kind of forces you to travel, which is a good thing and a bad
Hell
thing.
yeah. DVC is really good. You gotta be, the travel bug has to hit you though. But DVC has tons of benefits. The rooms you stay, they're nice everywhere you would stay. I think a big benefit too of DVC, from the times that I've gone and heard the whole spiel and sat down and went over everything, you got to drop a big down payment. I told Danny, I think I've said it many times on the live streams over the years, is that if you do not drop a big down payment, interest is not your friend on a DVC loan. I'm not sure if you could refinance and get out of that and go to a different loan. I don't know. I don't have DVC, but I hope I can have DVC at one point when I get older. Like, I just want to use it to go to like Walt Disney World and Alani. That's where I would use it. I wouldn't use it at Disneyland.
Yeah, it's great to use at Alani because it's expensive to go there.
So. Alani's very expensive. SoCal Pals in the chat. So excited for HHN. What are you excited for? What are you excited for so far, Danny? HHN.
I think just overall, I'm excited for HHN, but I'm really excited for Stranger Things 4. I there were so many times where I was watching Stranger Things 4 where I was like, this section would be a good maze. This part would be a really great part in the maze. So I'm excited to see what we can for that maze. What's already leaked online is that we saw the facade of the jail in Russia, right? So like, so that jail looks like it potentially could be a scene, and that could be a pretty brutal scene because that's, without spoiling too much, if you haven't watched that season yet, it's been out for a while. So, there's a ton of like the demi-dogs and demogorgon stuff, that kind of a massacre takes place there. So that could be a really cool maze like addition if they do that whole scene. So, and we kind of saw the facade of that leak online, so, or what looked like could be it. So that'd be a really cool, something I'm looking forward to. Last of Us, I don't it's got a great story. I don't necessarily know that like I'm like looking forward to it all too much. I'd say that, and probably Mondo, the one on the where La Llorona was last year.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that maze is going to be, the Owl Witch thing, that one, I think.
I'm hearing it's not going to be the Owl Witch anymore, Danny. I'm hearing it's like a Mexican folklore something. I don't know.
Like the Chupacabra or something like that?
I don't know. I heard it. This is just rumor, speculation. I heard it's like maybe Graveyard Games, but like Mexican. And so, I don't know. I have a strong indication that Midsummer Scream, which is next week, John Murdy might go over that Parisian Courtyard one. I could only assume he's going to go over that one because I don't know where another maze would be that's original. And the last thing I think he's going to go over, if it is Holidays in Hell, he's not going to talk about that in Midsummer. But I'm most excited to just hang out with my friends, be surrounded by monsters and fire towers and scary things. I just love Halloween, man. You know how I say it, Danny? Like, now that we're older, I appreciate every year that I make it to Halloween healthy and able to provide content for everyone here on the channel. Like, I'm very blessed, and I love Halloween with all my heart, and I can't wait to get it started. A lot of lives from HHN, Scary Farm, if the internet holds up over there, and Halloween at Disneyland in specific, not Oogie Boogie. Joe Jane, 13 months. Woo! 5 fires, Joe Jane. What up, fellas? Hope everyone's great. Real excited to go to Walt Disney World for me and my girl's birthday in September. No, I'm going in August. Oh, so you're going Halloween time. I don't know jack about Walt Disney World. Any recommendations? If you had to give just a broad, like 2 or 3 recommendations, Danny, what would you give? Walt Disney World. First time.
Man, first time.
My first quick one, off the top of my head, I just want to get it out. You better have some good ass shoes. That's probably the best tip.
Yeah, he's going in September. Yeah, I would say the best recommendation. That's like literally the hottest, most disgusting time that you can go is in September. So sorry about that, but you're still gonna have a lot of fun. It's when I went and there was a hurricane, so that gives you an idea.
Oh man!
So, but
I just think of humidity. That's what I think.
Yeah, bring your fans. Oh, I have mine right here. Bring your fan. So bring your fans. Like these help a lot, a lot. When you're at Disney World, and also book dining reservations. So that's like my biggest recommendation is like book some dining reservations because they're not as easy to get at Disney World, like walk up all the time. So
yeah, walk up doesn't happen as much at Walt Disney World. Disneyland all the time now. It's like normal. Walt Disney World, yeah, reservations kind of ruled the land over there. My best tip, Joe Jane, if I had to be honest, it's your first time, I wouldn't park hop, dude. Just one park.
100% listen to that.
Just enjoy the park without the stress of even thinking of going to another park. On your second trip, you could park up all you want. You already kind of understand the rhythm. But if it's your first trip, just do one park, enjoy it. And a third tip is I don't know where you're staying, but I almost want to say if you could use the Skyliner, use the freaking Skyliner. That thing's dirty. Skyliner is it's a great way to move around in the parks. But I'm trying to think of like a really good tip. Good shoes, do one park at a day.
All great tips.
And if you're 21, just drink around the world, baby. At Epcot.
Start in Mexico.
Yeah. Where would you start? That's a great tip right here. Where do you start if you're drinking around the world? Where do you start? I want everybody in the chat that's been to Walt Disney World, post in the comments. Where would you start?
I always start in Mexico no matter what, guaranteed. So that's just always, even if I'm not drinking, just going around the world. But and like if you are trying to drink around the world, try to stick with like the same kind of liquor and each one.
Don't start off with tequila shots in Mexico.
If you want to do beer in every country, you could do that. I mean, that's possible.
Yeah, that's fun. Beer, yeah, dude. Epcot's so much fun. We got Vegas Film Critic. What is up? Thanks for the Disneyland auction video. What is one item you would take home? I wanted the Disneyland lunchbox from 1959. It went over 5,000. Damn. You know what I would take? It's so random, but I would do it. Is the Tower of Terror doors. I don't even know where I would put it in my house. I love Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror was like, it's probably my favorite ride of all time. I'm still shocked that we lost it at Disneyland. It hurts. But the Tower of Terror doors would be pretty badass. And honestly, every poster that was on the walls, all those things were so awesome. That Disneyland auction, it was so cool to just be surrounded by history. I can't believe that it's all just going to be disbanded and disappeared. You'll never see that collection in together like that ever again. But yeah, 5,000 for a lunchbox. Wow, that's insane. That's insane. But thank you, Vegas Film Critic. Let me see. I'm just reading. Tips for Walt Disney World: get the free water cups at any quick service. Pack a UV umbrella, neck fan, cooling towel, an extra pair of socks in case it rains, and don't forget the sunscreen. These are all great tips right here. Incredible tips. Those are literally legit tips. Very good tips. We got Charles Barraza. Woo! Charles, sup, Mondo? Fires. Going to Disneyland tomorrow. I'm going to try my best to not pass out from this heat. Okay. I was actually at Disneyland today, and I want to talk about this with Danny right now. Why is Disneyland empty, dude? What in the Baba Freak? Are we just in a weird... Maybe it just picks up again in Halloween and Christmas? Or is this just kind of like a trend all of a sudden that people are just... They don't want to go to theme parks right now. In my opinion, Charles, as long as you keep taking breaks, you're good. You're good. It was like 92 or something today at Disneyland. It was very hot. I actually wore a Spirit jersey today. I've done it before where I wear a long sleeve, even though it's freaking 90 degrees. But you know what? My arms didn't burn, and it feels nice. So when I go golfing, I remember these people would wear these like nylon things, and it would cover their arms. Some of them would even get neck ones, and then it would cover their like from their knee to their ankle. And I would always be like, what is that? And I actually golfed with the person that had that. And I was like, why do you wear that? And she was like, because the sun. And I looked at her and I was like, that's really smart. And for some odd reason, I never bought them. But now that I'm always at theme parks, I'm going to buy those things. They protect you from the UV rays. So it's like instead of wearing sunscreen, you just put those on. I don't know if they're considered a replacement for sunscreen, but I was like, I'm going to buy those. Because I like my skin not being burnt because the sun is so hot right now. But good luck, Charles. Hope you have a wonderful day. Danny, why is it empty, dude? Why are the parks all of a sudden empty? I'm gonna go to wait times real quick, but I just want to hear your opinion, dude.
I think someone in the chat put it perfect. They said. Let's see here.
Who said it? Who said it?
Someone said, I can't find it now. I just saw it, but it said, the parks are empty because they're blocked like me.
Oh, damn. Woo! That's probably true. So to iterate more on that, let me ask you this, Danny. Disneyland, they created reservations. They created this limited availability for passes and everything they've done. Magic Keys are now going next year into the third year. Do you think they shift big time from this weird ass blocking everybody out? Reservations? Do they drop reservations? Do we see a big shift? Because it seems like this year they're like, we're just going to stick to the plan and ride it through, even though things are not really working out for us. But we want to test this. We want to block these people out. Would they buy tickets? Even though you know what I mean? Even though they have a pass, would these people buy tickets? Do you think next year they shift the momentum and essentially make the park more local friendly and just more availability for everybody? Because what I'm trying to say, Florida, you know what they do over there when their times are slow? They open up, what do they call those extra days?
Yeah, the good to go days.
Good to go days! They have good to go days in Florida!
Yeah.
Where in the Baba Freak at Disneyland are the good to go days? You know, I'm just saying. Over there in Florida, they just, even though you don't have these dates available, they just give them to you. Hey, good to go. You could go to Animal Kingdom every single day this month. You could go to Epcot every single day this month. And sometimes in Florida as well, they give you like 1 or 2 extra reservations for the month. Have you seen that before too, Danny?
Yep. They have bonus days, good to go days. Um,
But for some reason, they don't want to budge at Disneyland. It's weird. I have a
yeah.
feeling they start shifting next year. That's what I think. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I can see them shifting next year with some things. I would just love same day cancellations or just no reservations at all. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think reservations are probably going to stay. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think things are too. I almost feel like Disney has engraved their system so much with the capacities that they hire or that they have cast members to whatever operations they're trying to reach. It's almost like they're connected so hard now that they can't go away from reservation. Reservations ain't to keep you out of the parks. Reservations are we have 1,000 people with reservations coming to the park. We need 300 workers. That's what reservations are for. They ain't for nothing else. Crowd control. It's for employees. That's why they have reservations. That's the honest truth. Um, let me see. Let me see. What are people saying in here? Universal damn sure ain't empty. I could
No,
actually I could actually comment on that. I went to a media event yesterday at Some Chocolate Emporium. They have 14 shakes to choose from, which is crazy. It's a lot of shakes. But we got to try a lot of their shakes the ones I haven't tried, and it was really fun and really good. I was able to take my sister, so
which
we had
ones
a
did
lot of
you end up
fun.
trying?
We tried That's Mint, Red Velvet, Espresso Buzz, and I did get my favorite too, the Thrilla in Vanilla. We couldn't taste any more shakes after. Like, dude, you just get shaked out. It's too much shake. But
Which
I
one was
got
your
shake.
favorite? You said the Thrilla Vanilla.
Thrilla Vanilla is number one. I would have to put That's Mint number two. But what I was
I
trying to
love mint
say,
shake.
I want to say something. When we were heading to the parking structure, they had a sign that was like flickering, going up the hill into the parking structure. And you know what it said on a freaking Tuesday? That it's a sold out day. Dude, Universal Super Nintendo World has changed the game forever. It's just, how's Universal selling out on a Tuesday? Why is Universal selling out so much now? The reason it's Super Nintendo World. It's simple as that. The popularity of the theme park has just skyrocketed beyond belief, because of Super Nintendo World. And the difference about Universal is very small in comparison to a Disneyland. Um, the thing about them though is that it's not a locals park at all. Like pass holders, there's really not a big demographic for them. Everybody that goes Universal is on tickets. So every time that park is sold out, that is ticket money. That's a tons of money. I don't know how much money they're making, but Universal is just on fire. It's unreal. Any thoughts on that, Danny?
I mean, well, also too, look at what Peter posted as well. The front gate parking is now $70. Did you see that too? The Universal.
$70. And it's always full. That's the crazy part. People
You
are
took the
paying
words
it,
out of my
dude.
mouth.
People are paying it. Real quick, Luz XO dropping a super chat. My husband said UV sleeves are 5 fires. He delivers USPS. Dude, I'm gonna buy them today. And if they work out really good for me, I'll like put them on my Instagram or something.
Yeah, yeah. No,
But
but to answer your question, Mondo, I don't know. Like, I think. Do you think that more people like? Do you think, for instance, if Disney had blackout day tickets again, do you think people would buy those?
wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like I buy a
Like,
ticket that has blockout dates,
no, no,
but
no,
it's
no, no.
cheaper?
No, a blackout day ticket. So a ticket, because they used to sell those, where you could buy a ticket on a day you were blacked out for a lot cheaper than a regular ticket.
Mm, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna say no. I don't think people buy those. I don't think people care to buy those. Um, Let me say this, and I probably sound like a broken record, but whatever. People are not going to be renewing their pass. You're like, what, Mondo? You're crazy. No, I'm not. You know why?
Are
Because
they going to buy more tickets though?
the thing is, people bought Inspire Key, but because for the longest of time, that's the only one that was available. And guess what? People don't really go to Disney like they thought they were gonna. So for them to be in a perspective, do I want to spend $1,600 again? No. When is the enchant key gonna come back? The 700? I want that one. And guess what? It's not available. So I have a feeling people are not gonna renew because they just didn't get their 1,600 worth. From a perspective of like, I just don't go enough to justify the 1,600. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying because Disneyland's not good or nothing. It's just I feel like Disney really shoehorned and pushed people to Inspire because that's all that's the only one available right now.
Yeah.
The stupid Inspire. So I don't mean to call it stupid. It's just that's the only one that's available. So do you want to pass or not? That's pretty much what Disney's saying. Yeah. Do UV sleeves make you hotter? I don't know, dude.
That's why I'm curious too, Mondo, because I'll buy them if you say they're.
Hey, I'm gonna buy them tonight. And maybe can you check on Amazon?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I
got
wonder
my. If they got different sizes though.
I got my team on it already. What'd you say, Dan?
I said I wonder if they're different sizes.
At least Universal lot is actually right in front. People are paying $50 in Knotts for preferred, and that lot isn't even much closer. It's a closer steps. It's a couple steps closer than the hotel. Yeah, I would never pay $50 to park preferred. I'd rather just be on the other side of the bridge. That's cool. That's just as good.
That's preferred to me.
Yeah, the other side of the bridge is like preferred. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know, okay, if Knott said the 1 hour parking is gone and they made that preferred, then I'm like, well, I can't complain. That's preferred. You're freaking right there. Like, I can't argue that. But where they did put the preferred, I don't feel like that is preferred at all. Let me see. Magic keys need to have discounted after dark events. They don't want to do it, dude. They don't care to have that discount. Are UV sleeves the new bougie block? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, dude. Trust me. At the golf course, I see people with them all the time, and I never did it. Danny, anything you want to talk about with any of the theme parks? Also, the chat, comment, anything we've missed, topics, questions. What do you guys want to talk about? But you go first, Danny.
Well, I don't know anything about this company, so don't kill the messenger. But I just Googled this. Mondo, I just sent it to you. If you could pull it up on your computer text messaging. Hold on a second.
Let me say, I haven't got it yet.
I found the UV sleeve for you.
Is it Batman? That's like my first thought. My husband has 8 pairs of UV sleeves from Amazon. The gray ones are the best. He walks 10 miles delivery mail. He uses sunscreen on his face and neck only. Yeah, dude, I've heard these UV sleeves are dirty, dude. Like, they're good. They're good. My husband wears the sleeves, and they are not hot at all. Damn. Hey, if there's a UV sleeve sponsor out there, sponsor me.
I sent it to you, Mono. Pull it up real quick.
Let me see, Daddy. I'm just waiting. What is this? Let me see. What do we got here, Danny? Oh, I got a message.
Scroll down a little bit, Mondo. Keep scrolling. Right there, the fire.
Oh, dang. Hey, I'm just going to do it. Mystery bag. Hey, I need these. No lie, dude. Dude, I don't even care how tacky or corny
Because now
that
you can
is.
say like 5 fires. And then
Yeah,
you got
that's
fire.
legitimately fire. Dude, I'm gonna look into that, Daddy. I'm gonna look into that. Dang, that's cool. I want that. I don't even care what other ones they got. I want that one. Wow.
And then you could be like, fire it.
Just fired up. Oh man. So much construction going on at Disney. Do you think that's what is pushing people to other parks? I don't think there's nothing pushing to any other parks. Um, it's just Disney's direction of increasing price, blocking out people, and they didn't do nothing for summer. It's just a formula for an empty park. I don't know how else to say it. They probably over estimated how much people would buy tickets, and it's just not working out. Simple as that. Even though right now you could literally buy that cheap 3-day ticket, that's like $87 a day or something. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about that sleeves, Danny. Those are good. Did you see a new feature on the Disney app? You can now mobile order and schedule pickup. I haven't done that yet. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy. I'll look into that. But I thought I've always been able to choose, like, if I want 8 o'clock at night. I don't think that's like new, at least not that I remember. Mondo, what's going on with Mario Kart? So I'm seeing a lot of people like very upset with Mario Kart lately, that it's just taking too long. It's breaking down, and the times that it breaks down, it's a long time before it gets back and running. And it's really like, I don't want to say frustrating people, but like nobody likes to wait 3 hours, and it almost puts too much pressure on the ride of like, is it worth a 3 hour wait, you know? So I feel like it's been disappointing people on that aspect of like, I waited 3 hours for this, you know? So I think it's just first year run, and Universal's doing everything they can. One thing I am noticing more, but shout out to Universal, I just want to say it, is that Universal opens the lands now more often than not, Danny, where you don't need a reservation to get in. And I think that's the way that they should keep it, because it just allows people to leave. The thing when you have reservations, you get put in a mode of like, I got to do everything because I don't know, I can't come back in here. That's it. And I feel like that's a bad experience. So shout out to Universal for, even on busy ass days, they're still opening it up. Do you think Magic Keys go up, Danny? The price of Magic Keys? Is this, do they finally just, hey, it's $2,000 this year for your Inspire key? Come on down. Time to renew. Yeah. What do you think, Dan? What do you think?
I wish they don't. I hope this is the year they don't go up. Or if they do, maybe it's just the cheaper passes that go up, because I feel like $1,600 is so much money. So much money.
I could see that. That the only one that does go up is the cheaper ones. I could see, like, gosh, I don't even want to say this out loud because Disneyland, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I could see Inspire just stick at 1,600, but Believe and Enchant just keep going up. Let me ask the question, Danny. Do you think Disneyland? It's
time for you to renew, Mondo.
I know, man. that's why I'm putting it in the Matrix that the Inspire doesn't go up. Let me ask you this, Danny, because the Enchant key, did it ever come back, or it only came back for a little bit? I don't even remember anymore. Did it come back?
I think they all came back for like a little bit, but I think that was one of the first ones to sell out.
Yeah, I think Enchant will definitely go up. All these keys are really good. In all reality, all these keys are really good. They all provide incredible benefits. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go on board with Danny. The lower keys go up, and the very top one, the only one available, Inspire will probably stay at 1600. It's just kind of weird to believe that all of a sudden it'll go up to 1700. Can you imagine? Even 1800? Damn. Damn. That'd be crazy. We got Ian Grimm with the super chat. Big thanks for featuring the Elemental Sipper in your Disneyland update. Hey, shout out to the members. Every time I do that and you guys comment what you want me to cover, I do my best. I do my best. Went and picked one up this weekend. Thank you. Heck yeah. I feel like Elemental keeps growing on people. I gotta watch it again. Maybe I enjoy it a whole lot more second time around, but yeah, I gotta wait for it to hit Disney Plus. I'm not gonna watch that in the theater again. But thank you, Ian. I'm glad you got it. Let me see. What's up, Carla and Kiko? Will they reinstitute the payment plan to spur more sales? They always had the payment plan, I thought. I don't know what that means. Non-SoCal? I don't know. What that. They've always had the payment. I'm on the payment plan. Any word when Magic Keys will be on sale in about a month? They're going to be back in sale in about a month.
Well, we have to renew. We have to renew soon. When do we renew? Because we were like the first ones to get it when it first came out.
I got it the first day.
I'm looking right
I don't
now.
know. Let me look, Daddy. You got me all freaking out.
8/20. My pass expires 8/25, so we can't renew until July 25.
Damn. Yeah, pretty much the end of next month. A lot of people will renew or not renew. It's crazy.
Yeah, Tuesday of next week, Mondo, we're eligible to renew.
Wow. Oh, we could renew. Damn, I didn't think of it that way because of a month before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Magic Keys could come back actually anytime soon. I could see them come back anytime. Ian Grimm says, "Have you seen Nintendo Live meet and greet lineup? Kirby, Tom Nook, Pikachu. I have not. What is that, tomorrow or something? I'm not too familiar with the Nintendo Lives. It's not that I don't care. It's just I just don't know when they happen." Joe Jane says, "Not trying to put it in the universe, but 150 a month for Disney to me will still be worth it. 1,800 as often as I go." Look, Joe Jane, I agree, but I don't want to put these things into the universe, my friend. I don't want to put any of these thoughts into Disneyland. Okay, I want to get crazy talk now. Let's get into this last portion of Speculation Sunday. Danny, does Disneyland sell? Does Bob Iger come back a hero to then stay long enough to become the villain? What is going on, dude? We haven't heard any of your thoughts on any of this yet here on Five Fire's YouTube. I want you to go first. I'll go second. What are your thoughts? Disney selling portions of a company, possibly the whole kit caboodle. What do you think, dude?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the strike, with the writer's strike and the Screen Actors Guild strike, it's going to really hurt them as a company. The longer the Disney drags this out without coming to a resolution with the people that are striking, I don't know how long they're willing to drag it out. You know what I mean? But I feel like it will change the industry in some way. And I feel like the writing was already on the wall for a lot of stuff. I feel like Disney's kind of ready to get away from some things like sports, especially with ESPN. ESPN, ever since their their inception of like more recent times and streaming and all that kind of stuff, ESPN has always been hemorrhaging like a lot of money for Disney. Disney Plus has been hemorrhaging a ton of money. It's taking away all their money. In fact, theme parks are really the only thing that make Disney money right now. They're not even really doing all that well in consumer products like they used to back in the day. In all honesty, I feel like Disney might do better in licensing more stuff out, I would say. But being strategic about it, definitely license out more of their consumer products, because I feel like the collaborations with other big brands in Disney when their stuff is licensed is like a way cooler thing for a lot of people than like some of the merch that they sell first party. Um, but I could easily see them selling off their streaming platform and kind of just keeping like Disney Plus as sort of like an archive of like Disney Vault kind of thing where like you go watch all your movies and like kind of older TV shows and stuff. Um, but like giving their streaming rights back to like Netflix and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and just they're getting
Amazon.
money. Yeah, they're getting money that way, right? Like Amazon gives them money, Netflix gives them money, Apple TV Plus gives them money, to have their movies, and that way they're always getting paid for that. And and then whatever comes with the strike, they could share the residuals of that of those, you know, franchise licenses and stuff like that. But I don't really necessarily know that Disney is going to be producing content to the same level that Netflix is,
No,
and
they
and,
can't even
and
compete.
Netflix, yeah, and Netflix really right now is the only streaming platform that makes money. So, and it wasn't always. Remember, there was a long time where people were, counting down the days for Netflix saying they were going to go bankrupt. So I feel like they're never going to spend that much money and put out that much content. They barely put out that much content in Disney Plus, and most of it's Star Wars and Marvel. And people are kind of, you know, beginning to feel some fatigue on some of that stuff. Personally, I don't feel fatigue for Star Wars stuff, just Marvel stuff. So, you know, well, I could see that being a case. As far as the whole company being sold, I don't know about
That's
that.
just crazy talk, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know people are
Look,
talking about it, so I don't want to say it can't happen.
yeah,
But
look at this. This was today. Netflix earnings showcase strength as the rest of the media industry struggles. Netflix added 5.9 million subscribers this quarter and forecasts a similar gain next quarter.
mhm.
That's crazy. Netflix boosted a yearly free cash flow of estimate 5 billion. So Netflix just man, I don't know nothing. We don't know the numbers and all that. But in all reality, when Disney's licensing to other companies, they're making bank, and the expenses are not there because they're not hosting it. They're not. They're here. You go, Amazon. Pay me the license fees, and you just get the residuals off that. Um,
Yeah,
I like what Danny's saying about Disney Plus just being where things end up eventually. And I think people would still pay for that, but not
yeah,
with
because
the
it's like,
expectation of like, I'm going to get Ahsoka this month. I'm going to get Secret Invasion that nobody watches. I don't even know what other new content's coming on Disney Plus, but
yeah,
it's just where things come to be the Vault. Like they should honestly call Disney Plus the Vault, the Disney Vault. I feel like it'd be a great name for that. It's like I know
mhm.
what I'm buying. I know what I'm buying.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, um, most people in the old in like not that long ago, pre-streaming platforms, right? Like a movie would come out, and then the DVD would come out, and then eventually after the DVD came out, it would show on TV potentially, like at some point. So there was always like a waiting period of when you could see a movie somewhere. And now it's like sometimes the movie comes out on a streaming platform only. Sometimes it comes out in theaters, but then we'll be streaming like a month or two later. So it's really, they really, it's like Netflix came around on the picture, and we're making all these licensing deals with the studios to hold all their content because they didn't really have anything of their own. They were just a movie platform, right? Originally starting off as a DVD rental platform, and then decided to do streaming, and they weren't a studio at that point, right? But then when they got
Yeah.
into streaming, they became a studio, and then the other studios who had their content on there were like, well, hey, they're getting monthly subscriptions from all these people. We want that. And they get a little bit greedy, and then they say, well, we want that. And so then all the studios, every single one of them, were like, sorry, Netflix, we're taking back our stuff. um, and we're gonna make our own streaming platform. So then we got like 50 million streaming platforms, and and not everyone wants to subscribe to all of them. So, the revenue stream isn't as current. And we see this happen in like every platform, right? Like we even see it now with General Motors, right? They make Chevy, GMC, and Cadillac. They announced that they don't want to put Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on any of their new cars moving forward, and they only want to put their own software on it, and they'll have subscriptions, right? So you're going to buy like a $60,000 Chevy, and then you're gonna pay subscriptions on it to access things, right? And they're trying to copy like what Tesla does with their cars, right? And that works for Tesla because Tesla makes good software, right? But I don't really have that same confidence in Chevy being able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like they see what Tesla's doing, and they're like, "Oh, I want a piece of that. I want to do that," and then they try to do it themselves, but they can't. So I feel like this is the same thing. Like all the other studios were like, "Oh, I want to do that," but they didn't really do it as good as Netflix did it. And in some cases, they did it really bad. And so I feel like they're kind of trying to. All the studios are collectively trying to figure out like, what do we do at this point? So we're like in this weird phase.
I just feel Disney go back to licensing and just this whole giant profitability from Disney Plus. Just move on. Like the whole concept that they've lost billions because of Disney Plus. Why didn't they just build more theme park? Why didn't they do more cruise ships? They're already doing a big ass one. Do another one. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
another thing too that was brought up like by Fran Drescher, who she's the president of SAG-AFTRA, right? She used to be on the show The Nanny, right? She was the nanny. She brought up a really good point. Like back in the day, every TV show, um, every TV show season was about 20 to 28 episodes, no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's how it always was. And if you got a TV show, you knew, okay, we're going to be doing 28 episodes, 26 episodes, 22 episodes a season, and then as long as it kept doing good, you would keep filming, and you could do on more and more seasons. But now with the streaming platforms, they're doing these things like mini series, and they're saying, and most seasons of these streaming shows are like only 7-8 episodes.
Yeah.
Mandalorian like
Hey,
17
Secret
episodes.
Invasion 6, Danny. Is 6.
Yeah, so it's like
Mando
not
was,
that.
I think, 8.
Yeah, so I kind of miss like the days of where a TV show had 22 episodes a season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the hard part. It's like with these streaming platforms, they didn't put that much money into like each series because they have to do so many. And so, when Mandalorian's only like 8 episodes, like people will finish that, right away. And then what else do they watch? You know? And so you're making people constantly like crave more and more and more and more, but like the only people that are putting out that much stuff is Netflix.
Yeah.
So,
And slowly but surely, Apple TV is going to get on all that. Just saying.
mhm.
We got regular Josh 1. Secret Invasion cost them about $200 million overall. I'll say overall, not per episode. You see why Disney said they want to pull back on content spending for Marvel. And I just brought up an article to bring it up. Marvel fans are questioning the 200 plus million budget of Secret Invasion and other MCU shows. I checked out real quick out of Secret Invasion. I just don't care. Nothing about nothing about wherever that show's going do I personally care. And I know that it's all leading into or the Marvels, and even that movie is going to be really hard to get me in the theater. It's almost like I want to wait till I hear all the reviews and is it worth it? And then at that point, I fall in the bus of I'll just wait till it goes to Disney Plus, I guess, right? Are you gonna watch the Marvels, Danny? Are you excited? I feel like you're not.
No, I'm not. No hate for people that love Marvel stuff. It's just not for me.
Yeah,
Not until the X-Men come back anyway. Once they start, uh, once they start putting in that mutants are back and the X-Men are coming. Obviously, we saw Hugh Jackman filming with Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds in his Wolverine costume. That gets me excited for Marvel. So I'll get excited then, but I'm just I don't I've heard Secret Invasion's boring. Definitely not going to watch it. Everyone's told me that. Literally, everyone's told me. Um, and I didn't watch Miss Marvel, even though Peter said it's really good. So maybe I will watch that series. He said it was like one of his more favorite ones.
I thought it was all right. I don't have no hate towards it. I thought it was all right. I give it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I just haven't been like motivated to. There's like so many great things to watch that I'd rather watch. So
I hope Marvel's is good though. The Marvels, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Um, Logan. Whew, we're gonna see Hugh. We're gonna see Hugh back in Wolverine outfit very very soon. Well, not very soon. I guess next year or 2 years. I don't even know anymore. We got VG dropping a super chat. Dang, 5 fire! I can't be too loud anymore. It's over 10. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I just realized it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Thank you, VG. I appreciate you supporting the fire. 5 fires. 5 fires. Real quick, I said I was going to talk about it. I do not want to miss out. Eric asked, have you guys talked about Playhouse, Disney, and Friends Parade, and who'll be in it? And the reason I bring up this comment is not really... it's really not even a talk about Playdate, Disney Junior and Friends Playdate. I only got one question, Danny. Do they finally unveil Bluey? Is Bluey coming? Does Bluey come? Does Disney break the internet and drop Bluey August 18th through the 20th? What do you think, Danny?
I mean, if they were able to snag the rights to be able to do that, that would cause a lot of kids to be really happy.
People are going to be buying tickets like crazy. I'm not too familiar with what this is. I guess it's a Playdate Parade party. It's going to have Mickey, Minnie Mouse, Doc McStuffins. Who in the world is Doc McStuffins? What? Who is that? Danny, do you know who Doc McStuffins is?
Yeah, Doc McStuffins. We used to be remember when we had Disney Junior live on stage? It wasn't the dance party, and they had the puppets still. Doc McStuffins was the last thing that we had in there before it, the pandemic shut it down and it reopened. She's like the little character that like is a doctor to like all her stuffed animals.
Damn, I don't even know. Well, she'll be at the parade. This is going to be August 18th through the 20th. If you're not blocked out, I don't know if people are blocked out at that time, but try to make it out if this interests you. It's for the kids. It's a super kid thing. So hopefully Bluey, can they pull off Bluey? I don't know.
Peter says, Mondo, you just said you couldn't be loud after 10, and then you proceed to yell Bluey.
I couldn't help myself. I thought what Peter said literally went through my mind as well. I just like I have no control. I try to control, but they've done these play parades or whatever they call it before. I feel like Disneyland makes it a big deal, and they invite a lot of people to it and whatever. And in all reality, nobody cares. I'm just gonna say I don't care for this event. If I had like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, maybe it'd be different. But for me personally, I don't know. I just feel like they invite a lot of influencers and stuff like that, and it looks like it's a bigger deal. Because for the most part, it's hard for somebody to be like, I'm going to Disneyland today for the play parade. I'm buying a ticket for the play parade. No, I'm buying a ticket so I go to Disneyland. That's what I'm buying a ticket for. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, Danny. Closing thoughts, my friend. It's getting late. We need to fire it down. Closing thoughts on everything.
Um, man, like I said earlier in the speculation earlier in the episode, I was saying I feel like Tiana's Palace restaurant. We're gonna see the foodie guide drop for that next week, and then we'll see the restaurant have a media opening or like a little media moment maybe next week or the week after next. It's kind of what I just feel like is gonna happen. Um, so that's my prediction. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't believe that the top of the tree on Splash Mountain is gone. So
I
definitely
know.
be checking that out this weekend and seeing how much more down that has come. And then yeah, I just also too we're coming around the corner not only of haunt season but like the opening of the Discovery Tower at the Disneyland Hotel. So a lot of things.
Real quick before we get out of here, uh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. Why did Paris get this?
What is that?
Paris
Is that what
Avenger.
their
That's
Avenger
Paris Avenger
Campus?
Campus, dude. Paris Avenger Campus is getting the big ass burger, which like it totally reminds me of the Proud Bird that Knott's Berry Farm did, because they do like the little burger on top. Can you,
Yeah.
can you believe that? We This is Pim's Test Kitchen, baby. They gave us a panini that nobody buys. Nobody buys the panini. Um, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. But before this, too, real quick, a Starbucks is coming to the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel. Big shout out to our Knott's Adventure for posting this and giving us the news. Knott's is getting all bougie, dude. It's kind of crazy. Okay, my closing thoughts. I'm very excited to keep trying more of these San Francisco foods. I filmed a video today. I'll post it tomorrow morning. But in all reality, I'm really focused on Universal right now and what they're doing with the upper lot, Fast
Oh
and
yeah.
Furious construction. The Death Eaters are still badass. We got them to the end of the month, so I want to do that maybe one or two times more. And at the same time, like I'm really invested in Horror Night construction right now. When it comes down to Disneyland, we're gonna start seeing all sorts of Oogie Boogie Bash props and all that go up, but it's hard for me to get excited because it's nothing really new, I guess. It's just returning stuff. So hopefully Disneyland can spark the inspiration of like something big and new coming. Danny, do you have like 3 more minutes? Do you have like 3 more minutes?
Yeah.
I want to show something. I brought this up on my members live. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. Villainous 5 I want to say, dude, can I find it? Villain. How do I spell villain? Hold on, I have to find it. Am I tripping or what? Oh my gosh, do I not? Let me see.
What was it?
Hold on. I got it. Wow, I spelled that horribly. I I want to bring this up with the Oogie Boogie Bash conversation. It's going to heat up. Was this show ahead of its time? This is Villainous. This is a World of Color that was actually supposed to come during Oogie Boogie. They debuted it one time, and that they only gave. I don't even know if it made it through the whole season. But I was watching this with my members only live this past Monday, and rewatching it now in 2023, which is like it's like 4 years later, I think now. It actually is pretty fire, dude. This bad show that got a lot of hate is pretty fire. I want to show you the ending, Danny. I want to get your opinion if it resonates with you. It's just like 3 minutes, all right? Let me play it. Daddy, was Villainous ahead of its time, or is this show still bad? What do you think? because this show got so much hate. I don't even think it made it through the whole season of Oogie Boogie, dude. If I can remember, it's been so long now, but
the show was really boring, like really boring.
Dude, yeah. I promise you though, if you revisit it, it hits different, dude. It hits different. You know what I was saying?
I just remember these like long periods of, because I forget the little girl's name. That's like the main character, right?
Yeah.
There. There's like long periods of her just like they're talking to her, and you're just watching it, and I'm just like, what are we even watching? Like,
yeah, I think the part 2 that really turned everybody off was this part right here. Listen. Yeah. I think it's right here.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like a whole part where she's like talking to all the different villains, and I'm just like, what is this? It just didn't make sense.
I just remember that song got so much hate, dude. The visuals are cool though. Like I feel like this show's cooler without the music. Like we're just, you know what I mean? We're just watching some cool visuals. But yeah. Does Villainous deserve to come back, Danny? What do you think? Danny still hates it.
I agree with what Peter said in the chat. I didn't like it. The storyline was bad. I agree with that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. Same thing, Melissa. The plot for Villainous was just bad.
Yeah. Someone asked, who was she? We don't know. We don't know who she was. She was just some character that was made up for World of Color. And the storyline was that she wanted to be a villain. So she's like learning from all the other villains on like how to be a villain. And I was like, no, like we didn't need that. Like we just needed a World of Color show that just brought us like villain best moments. You know what I mean? Like led by Oogie Boogie. Like we didn't need this whole storyline about like whatever her name is trying to become a villain. You know what I mean? Like it went too deep for a show that's supposed to end your night at Oogie Boogie Bash.
And it's kind of weird because I think it was like either a 7-year-old or a 9-year-old getting influenced by villains. It was just weird. It was just a weird one. Yeah, I agree with Danny. All we needed was Oogie Boogie and just a whole lot of villain stuff happening. That was it. We didn't need you almost don't even need a story. Just put all these like from the Hercules to Hades, or not Hercules, from Hades, Oogie, who else is in there? Ursula's in there, Captain Hook. Like they could just put villain stuff, make it iconic, done. But yeah,
there's like a little opening with like Oogie Boogie being like, we're taking over DCA and like blah, 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 like, you know, kind of the whole premise of the event. And then you know, all his friends. It's kind of like the moment when you know, Mickey's imagination's being taken over in Fantasmic. Like Ursula's like, yeah, let's do this. We're taking over kind of thing. And then but then, you know, Mickey comes back and he's like, no, this is my dream. I can do whatever I want. It's kind of the same thing. Like Oogie's taking over DCA, so like having him like start off the show with whatever one of his songs, you know, and then have all the other villains do their little moment, and they're taking over, and they could change it every year. They could add like different villains or, you know, different moments of it, and it would be a really good show to cap off the night, and they could continue selling their dessert parties.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. This is a huge moneymaker because of dessert parties. Every Oogie Boogie Bash, more people paying $60 per head to sit down and watch this show. Yeah, it's almost kind of weird that they went away from it because this was like Oogie Boogie's connection to this whole event. It's like this is his show, Oogie Boogie Bash, and you just get a Oogie Boogie in the freaking Animation Academy. That's pretty much all you got. The visuals are freaking awesome, though. You gotta admit, Danny, these visuals are awesome. I don't know about this now, but what we were watching with Oogie Boogie. Haven't been with the original World of Color opening, and then it gets interrupted by fire and taken over by Oogie Boogie. Yeah, dude, it would have been great. All right, everybody. Cool. Big thank you to Danny. Danny, any podcasts or anything coming up this week that you want to promote right now?
Yeah, just I mentioned earlier I have a podcast that came out yesterday. New episode every Tuesday, 5 a.m. Unless we got some other thing that news is breaking where I need to delay it. But it's every Tuesday, 5 a.m. 5571 podcast, and then subscribe to Just Ask Danny on YouTube for Disneyland and other theme park updates. So I tried to cover this week some other theme parks on the podcast because people were asking for that. So we did a little bit of everything in the episode this week. So
heck yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us on Speculation Sunday on a Wednesday. Appreciate you guys so much. I hope to have Speculation Sunday on Sunday this week. And yes. Lots of theme park coverage. I'm going to gear up and really get the fire going with theme park coverage this week. Or for the rest of the week here on the channel. Have a good night, everybody. Amazing Five Fires Speculation Sunday, Danny. Thank you for all your insight and knowledge, man. Great speculation. All right, everybody, smash that like button on the way out. Thank you for supporting the fire. We are firing it down. The Calibre. And Just as Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.